Hello, welcome to the 2023 briefing for the Guzzler Ultra. Many of you are going to be chasing one of these whopping great medals, and we hope we can get as many people there as possible.
Yeah, so before we do that, we just wanted to give you a very quick short briefing of what to expect and some key things to think about in a couple of weeks' time. But before we kick that off, we just wanted to say a huge thank you to our sponsors for 2023. So first up, of course, you've got the Trailco, best shop in the world. We've got Brooks back on board this year, as well as T8. We've also got Physiocrem back this year. New for 2023 is Fixed Nutrition. So they have been on board as Cramp Fix in years gone by, but they're our full nutrition partner now, as well as Cliff Bar. And we'd also like to welcome Urban Utilities and SEQ Water as sponsors this year. So thank you both very much for your support, as well as Lightfeed Socks as well.
Yeah, awesome.
So thank you all.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive year. We've got our biggest set of 100k runners yet, so that's really exciting. We love seeing your 100k runners out there. And just with all the number of people that we have at the event, we just can't speak to everyone individually. So please read the participant guide. It's the source of truth. It's got everything in it that you need to know. And yeah, that's the one place to go for finding answers to your questions. Bibs, they're going to be coming soon. So if you've elected to pick them up in the store, we'll let you know as soon as they come. At latest, it will be when the dates in the schedule say so. If you're getting yours shipped, we'll have shipped them out to you already, and they'll just be coming in the post and arriving. So just hang on for those.
Yes, if you have not already opted to have yours shipped, you will need to collect it in person or have a friend collect it for you before the event. So there won't be bib pickup at the event. So 100k runners, you will be getting GPS trackers again this year, so make sure you wear them somewhere that we can see you so that your spectators don't worry about you while you're just stopped in one position at the start line. Yeah,
you collect those up on the morning, and someone will help you strap them to the top of your bag, and make sure you don't let them slip down to the bottom of your bag, and then we'll be able to track you around the course.
See how you're all going. We say it every year, but we seem to need to say it every year. Mandatory gear is mandatory. For everybody, there will be a check of something, so don't be that person or that dozen or so people who always get a time penalty. It's part of the event, everybody needs to do it, so yeah, please make sure you're carrying your mandatory gear.
Yeah, it really is there to keep you safe, so we've tried to minimise it, but want you to keep you safe.
And get you to the finish.
That's it.
This year's looking pretty good weather-wise, not too warm, not too hot. I think it's going to be a fairly pleasant Queensland winter, so we're looking forward to that after last year's adventures. Course is looking fantastic. I think it'll be a fast one.
Yeah, it seems like it's going to be nice and groomed and pretty fast, so I'm looking forward to some record times.
Yeah. We are a cup-free event, so yeah, please make sure, I mean, you've all got your mandatory gear, so you should have some way of getting drinks, but yeah, there won't be any cups apart from for hot drinks for those 100k runners going through the night. Maps.me.
Yeah, if you've all got your Maps.me app installed on your phone the week before, so then we don't have any on-the-day questions that we always get. So have the course loaded on, and then you'll be able to see if you're on the course just in case something were to happen. And then you'll also be able to tell us where you are if you do need some help in Strife.
If you have an iPhone, we don't. So we managed to help a couple of iPhone users, but our Facebook group's a great place to sort of crowdsource a little bit of help for people that have the same phone as you.
Yeah, there are some instructions as well that say if you need certain help, click this button, and it takes you through to a forum of someone that's already answered the question that you're probably answering. So
cool.
Do that.
Course marking.
Yeah, awesome. You're going to be following a series of arrows depending on which course you're in. If you're in the 50 or the 100, you're going to be following these guys here. And then a decision point, there's a massive sign that's sort of like 3 meters wide that says 100k's go left, 50k's go right. You can't miss it. And then after that, if you did pick the wrong one, you're going to go the wrong distance, and that might hurt. The 21kers are going to be following blue arrows. You might also see some of these guys out there, but just follow the blue arrows. And the 10kers are going to be following the yellow arrows. Again, you're probably going to see some of these extra courses because you joined the course these guys are running on. And there's crosses out there too. Don't go the way of the cross and you'll all be fine. If you're running along for a while and you haven't seen an arrow or a cross, But you've seen lots of these in the tree, it just indicates you're going the right way too. So these are just sort of for your security to feel that you're going the right way. They're super reflective, so in the night you'll see them for a really long way. And yeah, that'll give you some confidence in the night for the 100Kers as well.
Excellent. Volunteers, huge thank you. We definitely couldn't ever do this without them. We've got a horde of them out there across the weekend. Massive team of volunteers. We do still need some volunteers, so particularly if you're up for some of those darker shifts, we're they're really critical and they're really helpful for those 100K runners.
Yeah, we appreciate them. So do the runners when they see you as well. So yeah, please do go
hop
there.
on the website and see what's still needed. And then, of course, on the volunteer front, we do have a whole bunch of groups which support us every year. So we need to say a huge thank you to them, and make sure as you're going past, you give them big high fives as well. So we've got same teams back on the checkpoints this year. We've got the Brisbane Trail Runners, the Trailians. We've got Trailblazers out at Lake Manchester in training, back up at Lightline.
Yeah.
They'll be happy to be back up there again. River City Runners, and of course on the Sunday we have TRAC, the Trail Running Association of Queensland.
So 21Kers, we'll see them.
Yeah, and then out on course you'll have a little bit of help from four-wheel drive. Well, hopefully you won't need that help, but we do have four-wheel drivers out there, so massive thank you to Four-Wheel Drive Queensland, and to the Wyson Radio Club as well for your support on course.
Yeah, cool. As well as those, we're going to have loads of medics out there. We've got some paramedics. They're in four-wheel drive vehicles where needed. They've got a base and all the checkpoints as well. They're there to get you along the course and to help you out. So if you're feeling a bit sick, go and say hello to them. They might be able to fix you up and get you going. At some point, they might tell you this is it. You can't go any further, and we do need you to respect that decision if they make that medical call on you, because we want you to race again next year. So.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, cool. The spectators, you've got your very own guide. So if you have some spectators, send them to that guide. That will tell them all the things that they need to know and how to look after themselves as well. They can't take dogs anywhere on course just because we're just not allowed. And in the one or two spots we are, we'd just rather not have everyone there with dogs. And just make sure your spectators are there and they can cater for themselves. So we don't have food for your spectators. And if it's going to be dark and cold, they really need to be able to keep warm and have a light as well.
Yeah, so hook them up with that guide. It is on our website under important docs. Whether you print it for them or email it to them, it would be helpful, just so that they know what they're doing as well.
Yeah, importantly for them as well, there's neighbours everywhere. So like even if it looks like you're in the bush, there's going to be someone with a house. So if they could just keep the volume down, especially at night, that would be really appreciated, and they can park.
Yeah, just making sure that we're parking respectfully, not across driveways is super important. Follow, if there's any marshals, follow their directions as well. And then of course for Gold Creek, it is exclusively for 100K supporters. So all 100K runners will get a special crew pass. If you are collecting your bib, it will be available at bib collection. If your bib is being shipped, you can pick it up with your GPS tracker. So if you've got anyone driving out to Gold Creek to support you in the 100K, they'll just need to put that in their window to park out there. I know that everybody would love to go and cheer, and we would love to have everybody go and cheer. But yeah, we do absolutely need to respect our neighbours. So
so check out that crew guide. That'll have some instructions. The passes have a little bit more instructions as well for those people that are allowed to go there.
Excellent. And then of course the finish line. That's what we're all gunning for after a beautiful day, or a beautiful day and night for some of you. So between about midday and 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
We'll have Felon's Brewery over there. Minnie's Espresso will be making coffee.
Yeah.
We've got SLG Food Truck and Alba Catering, which is Japanese food, and SLG is pitas and loaded fries. So it should be some good options. Well. And then we've also got OMG Donuts for the sweet-toothed people among us.
And they'll be back for breakfast as well.
And they'll be back for breakfast too, yeah. As will the coffee, thankfully. We'll have Urban Utilities there with some cool fun facts about reservoirs. So if you've got the kids, they can pop along and say hi. All the big kids who are interested as well.
Physiochem do a massage.
Physiochem will be doing their post-run massages. We'll also have the Brooks display. The Trailco tent will be there. We'll have a fixed display as well. Music, lots of sweaty runners, lots of cheering. So please, if you can hang out with us, we would love to have you. Really makes everyone feel fantastic to cross that line. The big cheers.
The finish has got a nice beer garden feel, so just drink some beer and hang out with us. That'd be it.
And then on Sunday morning at about 10 o'clock, we'll start our prize presentations for our winners. And we'll also have a random prize draw with prizes in there as well. So if you're there on Sunday morning and grab a ticket off us, you could win some cool prizes. So again, please hang out and cheer, especially those 100K runners.
Yeah, come back, see the final 100K finishes. It's awesome to see.
It's really cool. Yeah. I think that's about it from us.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so about 2 weeks to go.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves. Don't do anything silly.
No, don't train too much.
Yeah. We want to see you at the start line. So yeah, have a good one.
Awesome. Cheers.
Thanks guys.